Okay, בשעה טובה, בסימן טוב. We would like to start together the 5th volume of Hazon Ovadia. We are on page 1. I printed you pamphlets so you can enjoy them. Here, Neria is with us on the first daf, on the first page. He did the right decision to them in Neria. Okay, so what is the malacha? Forbidden labor of dyeing, of tzovea and its measure. So dyeing with a permanent color is considered the principal category of labor, av, melacha. And its measure to be biblically liable is to dye a thread with a length of 4 tefachim. Yeah? So how much the oraita tzovea is, whenever you took one thread, tzovea is coloring, yeah? Let's write over here, of tzovea. Tzovea. And its measure is when a person from the Torah is whenever you did 4 tefachim length of thread. If you did less than that, it's only going to be the Rabbana. Bechor, you ready for Shakol?
Yes.
Birshut Morai v'Rabotai. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Shehakol Nihya Bidvaro. Okay, number 2. What is the law if the dye is not permanent? Is not permanent. If it is not permanent, it is considered a temporary action. One is patu, exempt, but still rabbinically forbidden. But it's rabbinically forbidden, but it's still forbidden. Yeah, maybe I should erase the end, no? Don't need that. Okay? So coloring, right now we're learning about the laws of coloring.
Okay.
Coloring nails, coloring face, coloring walls, coloring devils. Oh, Jesse is here, Rabotai. New book. Bechor. New book, Jesse came, you see? Special clothes. We're starting today the 5th volume, Jesse. כן, בטח, אושפולו, מנטו, גושגיג'ה, על האש, הכל. סלט, פלט, everything we did. Okay? The next one. In the tabernacle, the Talmud Yerushalmi states, so the question was, what is the law if the dye is not permanent? So previously, on what was dyeing done in the tabernacle? Where was dyeing, tzovea, in English dyeing, yeah? Where was dyeing done in Mishkan? Very good. Huh? In the tabernacle? Mishkan? Okay, in the Mishkan. Yeah, enjoy. Mishkan. Take more than one. Okay.
I'm sure they don't serve it.
Enjoy, Yeshua, not Yeshua.
You consider king.
Okay, the Talmud Yerushalmi states that they dyed the ram skins. Where was dyeing tzovea done in Mishkan? Very good, you said very good. So Rav Yosef says it's done in the ram skins. אורות אלים מאוד דמים ואורות חשים ועצי שיטים שמן למאור ושמים שמן למשחה ולקטורת הסמים. Remember this or no?
Yeah.
So that's where it was done, in the ram's skin. Number 4. How were the rams dyed red? In order to make the ram's skin red, some poskim say they would heat the rams and their blood would clot. And then they would slaughter them. So how they colored? By hitting them. Exactly.
So when they shave the hair first, and then they would hit the skin?
You don't have to shave it first. You can shave it after.
What do you mean they heat it while it?
They heat it while it were alive.
Yeah, well,
Even though it causes pain,
Internal
Even-
bloody.
yeah.
Bleeding.
even though it causes the animal pain, but for sake of the mitzvah, Hashem commanded us to do it, we have to do that. Got it? Yeah. We beat up
The green here is
the ram. In order to Mishkan, not today, Bechor. Today you don't beat up the animals. In Mishkan, Hashem said to do this way.
They go in here, they say cruel.
You're right.
Did they find techelet
Animal
in the desert for dyeing part of the materials? We said techelet ve'argaman. Techelet. Torah says it was also blue color.
Yeah, but the blue one they took it from the.
So is it maybe that's also tzovea for dyeing part of the material of the tabernacle? Every time you wanted to write Mishkan for tabernacle,
I mean, maybe just for the first, because some people don't know.
don't know what tabernacle is. So let's make like this. Control H. 36 times. Mishkan should be italicized.
We don't live in Mishkan. Everybody lives in Mishkan. Without a science, I'm going to have to open the encyclopedia.
Alright, so it's just.
אתה רוצה שאני אקנה את הספר הבא או שאני אתחיל לשבור שיניים עוד יותר?
Encyclopedia.
English or Russian?
Eating water.
Hey, you guys unbelievable.
Said to the rabbi, why you want to change the word
Yeah.
Mishkan? Everybody know what is Mishkan.
Italicized.
Yeah.
Put it italicized,
Okay.
that fancy word. How you think I'm going to find out about this?
There is a dispute as to whether they found techelet in the desert for dyeing the materials of the Mishkan, or if they brought it from Egypt.
But if I want to read it,
The Torah said that you need to make techelet over there, the blue string. So where did they get this techelet from? So there is a debate whether or not it was in the desert they found it. Some say they didn't find it in the desert; they took it with them from Egypt.
survive.
I don't know. Maybe they derived the collar and they took the bags with them. I don't know. Doesn't say the details. They said they took it out of Egypt. So if when you read the Torah, it says you have to have a blue collar for the Mishkan. You have to say, where they had that blue collar from, Rabbi? So some say they found miracles. They found it in the desert. Some say no, they took it from Egypt with them. So bottom line, Bechor, on Shabbat, can you paint?
No.
No. Can you paint nails, face, all these things? No. Is it the Oraita or the Rabbanan? The Oraita.
For the nails, it'd be done.
When is the Rabbanan? When it's not
Temporary.
long lasting.
Right.
When it's temporary, like on the face, maybe also could be in the nails. Yeah, it's going to go away. So all these things are only the Rabbanan, not the Oraita.
So wait a second. The four tefachim that we said, it's permanent and four
Yeah.
tefachim or?
Both. It has to be
Has to
4
be both.
tfachim length of thread to be the Oraita, and it has to be permanent.
So of course the colors the nails, only the banana,
Yeah,
because it's under four.
right. Because it's temporary,
if it's
not because I'm under
I'm
4.
thinking even if it's permanent.
That's the case. Is
The Rabbanan.
The Rabbanan.
נכון?
Which is not long 4 feet.
No, because that's thread is a thin one. If I go over here, I make it one tefach like this. I paint this color. It's less than 4, but in here there is a length that I can make a thread of 4.
Total is 4.
Right.
Ah,
No,
so
but
that's-
I'm saying that's the reason. But the nail,
So even the nails.
the
are
nail, you
right.
don't have a foot.
True, but it'll be the Rabbanan for a different reason.
Yeah, the Rabbanan.
Because it's aray, because it's temporary.
למה ארעי? אפשר לה איזה שבועיים, זה ארעי?
Yeah, it's still called aray. It's not forever. It's not like the paint on the wall.
Forever.
Yeah. The paint on the wall is gonna be le'olam va'ed.
They all right.
Got it? Very good. Yaakov Bejon.
לעשות משהו במזגן הזה הקפיא אותי.
It's over there.
וואלה, אני לא רוצה לדעת.
לא, תקום מה שאתה רוצה לעשות. לישראלי מותר.
What tefachim is so big amount, bro. Tefachim is huge.
No. 71.
Yaakov читает. 5th volume. Мы сказали уже, сказали. What? I mean, what is the law for one who polishes shoes that were clean and suitable for wear without dyeing?
Ze vraagt waarom ik van dit.
Yeah.
8:30.
Yeah. What is the law for one who polishes shoes? Yaakov, you have a person has a date. He wants to go meet Kudo. You see, last Shabbat was over there, 2 Kudos. You saw or no? Yeah. 2 Kudos was. Yushvo of this Kudo, the other Kudo came to respect. Kol hakavod. So now you want to present yourself over there. Nice shoes, nice everything, and you go outside was dirty. You took shoe shine
Yes.
and you cleaned your shoes.
Yes.
Kudo omslo de gufta.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that bechor or no?
No, you're not allowed.
Huh?
Allow.
Give.
So you bring.
Here is one letter, screw. Give me your pamphlet. Give me Yaakov, give me your pamphlet. If you need to turn it off, do it. Okay?
Once make it like this, you have to open it. It will the latch. No, it's in the
Okay? So what is the law? If one doing that, yeah. Polishes. Polishing shoes. So says Ravadia, polishing shoes in part, even though they were clean and suitable for wearing without dyeing. I don't know what's in part here. Still considered a rabbinic prohibition of tzovea. Meir, how are you, Meir John? Go, John. Polishing shoes, even though they were clean and suitable for wearing without dyeing, still constitute a rabbinic prohibition.
Who cares if it's clean or not?
Even if it's clean, that's the chiddush.
Well, why do we care if it's clean? You're
Because
dying
if
right.
we're gonna see. Because if you're going to be dirty, you have another problem of laundry.
Can I clean my shoes like this on Shabbat?
Polishing shoes.
It's considered polishing still?
No,
but no.
It means you put dye.
I don't
Right.
put the, I don't put the nothing. I just do like
Clean
this.
it.
I
Yeah,
don't
we're
like-
gonna see. Hake. It's coming. Number 2. Adam הראשון.
Where is the pool?
רבי אלופים יהודאי. קם ג'ונה. אתה יושב שם, תגיד לי. אתה אחד האדם גדול. יושב פה. Share with him. I sent it to print, the ink finished. So they only are able to do 2. They said, and by the way, Jesse, תראה, here I put numbers.
There you go.
I sent it to print. They said, hold on, Jesse. I had deleted that message. I put the numbers, then I sent it again. Promising you. I remembered you.
That was very important.
Yeah? Yeah, now I'm talking about tufli. So here,
אבל עשית רק
the
באנגלית.
structure it goes is like this.
הרב, עשית את זה רק באנגלית? לא עשית
לא, עשיתי גם בעברית.
עשית
שאל-
בעברית?
כן, כן, עשיתי. עם עמודים גם.
Special.
So it goes like this. This is the questions. Here's the answers. What I've done, I summarized all the 5th volume, all the 6 volumes. I summarized. Here we're talking about the 5th, in bullet points. And then I formed questions on these things. So this way a person can read this, know all the main things of Chazon Ovadia. And then I made questions on them. All this I did in Hebrew. Then I translated it in English. Yeah.
Oh, you
So-
did it in Hebrew first and then you chose.
Yeah. Okay, so now we are on number 2 over here. And those, when you say page 2 and like this, that's the page of Chazon Ovadia. All this I explain in the preface of the book. That when I write pages, page 10, page 15, this is the pages of Chazon Ovadia. Because Chazon Ovadia has on top halacha, and then it goes few pages explanation. Then he goes another halacha, then a few pages explanation. So whenever he's starting a new thing, that's the new page for us. And this pamphlet, I put for the first time pages of the pamphlet. So whenever we'll be going deeper into the book, it'll be easier to tell you open page this and this. Okay? Yalla. Now you understand what's flying here. Number 2. Chawod is there. Read, Chawod. Loud and clear. Don't pay attention to Bechor.
Is there any restriction from the Torah for spreading a soft ointment as hand cream?
Yeah?
I
So,
heard the question. What was
so from Torah, Bechor, are you allowed to cream on Shabbat munki or munkines? I told you, we over here to learn 2 Torahs at the same
like
time.
This.
One is our Torah,
Like this.
another is Bechor's Torah. Remember this all the time. It's going to be
Cream
a lot of
like
time.
this,
He's going to be exposing his Torah.
I like to put deodorant, yes.
Okay, number
I
two.
had that,
Just smooth it out yourself.
The Old Testament and the...
Tackle in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tackle.
Okay, read. Number two answer.
Spreading a soft ointment is not a Torah prohibition since the ointment is soft, but it is only rabbinically prohibited like wax.
Okay, so if a person is spreading it, not absorbing it, asur midrabanan. There's 3 levels of smearing. 3 levels. One is the oraita, wax, thick, hard, like A&D. You know A&D cream for the babies? Oh, you don't know anything. You have a wife for you. I know. King Bechor. So the regular people that worry about the babies, they change the diapers. They put sometimes the cream also. So it's A&D cream is very thick. If you smear that, the oraita isur. Very serious. Like smoke on Shabbat, no difference. Second level is like hand cream. If you smear hand cream to the point that it doesn't absorb, here, that's a problem, midirabanan. And then there is a third level, that's like oil. As soon as you put it, it evens out by itself, oil. Not cream, oil, masla. So this one has no doraita problem, no derabanan problem. Understood or no? But what if the cream, you go so much, you're rubbing it so much to the point it's going to be absorbed into your skin. Not going to keep a layer on top of it.
Yeah.
What is that? Asur or mutar? Mutar.
But isn't there a stage where at a certain point where it's not absorbed yet? So at that moment should be asur, no?
Good question. We don't worry about that moment. Worry about when did you finish. Got it? Very good. So here, Avadia, let's read again number 2. Read.
Spreading a soft ointment is not.
I don't know if the word spreading is the right word. Maybe smearing is the right word, no?
I think smearing would be more correct.
Smearing. Okay.
Or rubbing.
Rubbing or smearing? Rubbing a soft ointment?
Rubbing not necessarily.
I think
spreading.
spreading is the right word because you are not really smearing. You are smearing. Your smearing is the right word.
The whole purpose is
Smearing. I
to
would say
spread.
smearing, yeah.
Smearing, okay.
Smearing a soft ointment is not a Torah prohibition since the ointment is soft, but it is only rabbinically prohibited like wax. What if the purpose is not to heal, it's to feel better? Does it make enough kamina?
There's 2 isurim on smearing on Shabbat. One is healing. Second one is isur deoraita of memareach, spreading, smearing.
Evening up.
Nah?
Evening up.
Which is whenever you're evening out.
Right, evening.
Now the healing problem you can bypass if you started the healing before Shabbat.
Before Shabbat, right. And make,
You started before Shabbat, continued on Shabbat, no problem.
can you say that we use for Shabbat?
Yeah, no problem. Because you started before Shabbat. That's the healing problem. Smearing problem you will not fix unless it's 2 ways out. Either you absorb it inside to the skin, or second one, you dabbing it on the skin. One way or the other, you will bypass smearing problem.
Which is like deodorant.
Got it?
Part.
Hey, dab the deodorant. Tick, tick, tick.
So let's say you have eczema.
Don't smear it evenly. According to this, yeah?
Let's say let's say you have eczema on your hand and it's itching you, and you have the ointment. Let's say it's thick, soft, thin, whatever it is.
How thick it is? A&D level?
Yeah,
It's not that thick. A&D is very thick.
yeah,
Okay, so that's the white.
and you're smearing it. So
Smearing
it
is
can
so doraita.
absorb.
If it get absorbed, such a thick one doesn't usually absorb. Usually they stay on top. They're too thick. Shalom, John. Come, Jonah.
And what if you do it b'derech shinoi?
Then you do the Rabbanan. I still asur. So what's the solution? Dab it. It's going to do the same job. You don't have to smear it for health
Dabbing is-
purposes.
Dabbing it is different though. It doesn't have to get rid of the itching.
Go like this.
It's gonna make a mess for the tube. It's not.
No, the tube you applied. You already put the cream here. Then instead of smearing it, because it's not going to get absorbed, it's too thick, A&D.
Abnormal way.
Dab it. Same thing I do with a baby. Whenever I put it on my finger, tuk, 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 don't know. This I didn't smear. I dab. Because it's too thick, this A&D. A hand cream is very liquidy. You go a few times, it goes in. So,
Mutar.
mutar.
Dash by
Numbing cream also.
I'm waiting for the word, bechor, the magic word.
Next.
Next.
Numbing cream also.
Next.
Huh?
Numbing cream.
What is numbing cream does? Well, it's gonna absorb or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the problem? You're asking it's not healing question? That's a question?
Yeah.
So we said, no, it's not healing. Numbing is not healing. It's like painkiller. Can you take painkiller on Shabbat or no?
Yes.
Yeah? Even if it didn't start before Shabbat.
Temporarily.
Because it's not healing anything. It's just pain, killing the pain, numbing the pain.
Numbing the pain temporarily.
Okay, number 3, Bechavod.
No healing process.
Question here.
No healing.
Is applying an ointment that melts into the skin and leaves a residue considered a violation of the Torah level of smearing on Shabbat?
Yeah? Read.
The ointment that melts on the skin and is merely, I think it's a mistake here, and is merely leaves.
Yeah?
Okay, and is merely leaves certain mark, and therefore it is only a rabbinic prohibition.
Memareach. Where was the mistake there?
You can just take the word is away.
The ointing that melts on the skin and is merely
Yes, so is should be taken out.
okay, and merely leaves. Okay. Yeah, certain mark, and therefore it is only a rabbinical prohibition. Because what if you leave a layer, thin layer, stays? Not everything goes inside. What issue is that? Says Ravadia, that's a step lower. If the entire, what you put, it's shpaklovka pastavil on top, like this, a layer, then it's the oraita, if it's a thick one, A and D level. But if it is something that it is thinner, part of it going to inside, the very thin layer stays on top, that's considered with the Rabbanan level. Asur, and the Rabbanan. If it's fully going to get absorbed, no problem. Fahmidim?
Yeah.
Number 4.
So over here, just to clarify, it doesn't mean only ointment. It's cream, lotion, anything.
Anything that will be able to penetrate inside your skin. Number 4, Bahavud.
Is spreading wax on the surface of a barrel forbidden from the Torah? If so, why? Is this no get today? Ooh.
It's a concept.
Okay.
So where was Memareach? You're saying that today Memareach will be allowed almost all the time. So Rav Yosef says that there is a Memareach that the Torah referred. When? Whenever they needed to fix barrels. Back in the day, before, wine, alcohol, these things was in barrels. Bochka.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's leaks. What do? You smear wax. Smearing wax on Shabbat, asur de oraita. Because this thing doesn't get absorbed into the wood, it fills up the cracks. It doesn't penetrate the material of the wood, it's in between the woods. And that's considered to be isur de oraita or memariach. Let's read number 5 or 4.
Smearing the ointment that melts on the skin is not comparable to spreading wax over a barrel surface, which is prohibited since the intention is to leave a lump of wax there, to seal the hole. Even though some remains on the shoes, it is only a rabbinic prohibition.
So in our case, even though some remains on the shoe, you're not intending for it to remain on the shoe. When you're putting it at polishing your shoes, thin layer of it stays. So is it Yisur D'Oraita or Yisur D'Rabanan? Do you want that thin layer to stay, or you don't want that? In the wax of the barrel, do you want that wax to stay on the barrel? Yes. Of course, otherwise it's going to have leak. But in the shoes, that you don't want a layer of paint to stay over there. No. So Rav Yosef says, even though it stays, it's very thin one. Therefore, it's Asur D'Rabanan. Now it's very important to know. If it's Asur D'Rabanan, I'm allowed to tell the goy. Go and shoe shines the people's shoes if it's for the sake of a mitzvah. Or if Babulia did something against the law and she violated the law, she didn't know. How many Babulias know you're not allowed to do that on Shabbat? Not many. So let's say they did that. So now the shogeg, on which level? The Oraita violation or the Rabbanan violation? Rabbanan. Shogeg, the Rabbanan. You're allowed to enjoy from the action.
Or from the food.
Vanta Jesse, why it's important to know which category it belongs to. Very good. Next, number 5. Question.
If one
So I don't understand. Cream. In the wintertime, I have my skin break.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody's skin, not only yours.
I want to put cream.
Ken,
Oh, wow.
it depends how much you put.
Very thin, it's going in. It's
Going in or no?
going in.
So yeah, rub it well enough to the point it's gonna go inside. Sure, allow it.
Wow.
No problem. הבנת או לא?
This you
That's
do
it.
during
You
the
still
week
feel
also.
some kind of.
So what is the problem? Why they don't let us do
That doesn't count.
the chopstick?
By the way, I found out that you don't feel the cream, you feel the tender of the skin. The skin becomes more tendered.
Chopstick.
If you take dry meat, just
Healing.
if you take a dry meat and you put it in water, then take it out of the water, you feel the meat, you feel like something there, but it's nothing there. Just the meat itself becomes more tender. Same thing is for the skin. The liquid thing, God went inside already, the pores.
That's the difference with chapstick.
Why the problem with the chopstick? They're not allowed to do it. If that's the case, I just do it like this. It doesn't leave a thick layer.
It's a surum derabanan. If it doesn't get absorbed, in the skin it gets absorbed, you have pores. Your lips has pores? I don't think so.
No, but I'm saying over here is also absorbed. You know, people have those wintertime it break,
Yeah.
and you put it in, it's observing you. Not
It doesn't, the lips, I don't think it has pores. I don't know. Find out. I don't know.
mine. No.
Pores. נקבים, חלולים, חלולים. אלו נקבי עור בשפתיים. The skin around has nekavim, has pores. Skin of the lips, I don't think it has.
The part that you break in
It's only flesh. That's what I think. I don't know.
So that's the reason.
Because it's healing.
No healing. Healing it could be avoided because you started before Shabbat.
Before. But why can't I do it on Shabbat then?
Because of smearing.
But smear, there is no pores there then.
So
There's
that's a
no
problem.
pores, it shouldn't be a problem.
Opposite. When there is pores, it goes in. There is no pores, it stays on
So
top.
memarech means there's some kind of a
Leak?
no, some kind of uneven surface.
No.
we call
No.
in
You no. You made a definition and you made an assumption, you made a
What's
question.
memarech then?
Memarech is you evening out a surface. Tamam.
Right.
It doesn't have to be uneven. It could be even. But the fact that you put on top of it something that is bumpy right now, not even, you put your cream on top. It's bumpy.
Вот так можешь сделать.
No.
Bumpy.
Nilza.
But what is bumpy
Nilza.
means? It means the pores. There is pores.
No,
inside.
Jonah, no.
Cream itself.
The fact that you have a flat something, surface, and you put on top of it cream, right now it's not straight anymore.
Then we shouldn't be able to sweep the floors.
The poskim discussing about this.
But they allow it because there is no pores there.
No,
Because
that's not the reason. No, there's a million other answers. Not this answer. No. Bottom line, on the lips could be an issue if it doesn't absorb. What does it say?
Depends what kind of chapstick. Some of them are gonna absorb it, some of them are not gonna
You
absorb.
see?
That's what I'm saying.
So you have a doraita question over here. If you know which one is absorbs, okay. But some of them he says that doesn't absorb.
Okay.
Safek doraita.
Igor, please send in your store. Observe only.
Say kosher for Shabbat.
Shabbat.
It dries the lips dry sometimes. Bechol. Куда? Las Vegas?
В Аризоне, там жарко, сухо.
Сухо.
Там надо.
Там без этого не можете?
Yeah. So you can do it, but do not smear it. Dab it.
До шаббата можно делать?
Yeah, до Shabbat no question.
А потом на шаббат уже нельзя.
Shabbat, don't smear. Dab. Boom, 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 boom. Вот так. Okay, next. Chavod. Read number 5.
Is one obligated from the Torah when taking cream from a container and spreading what was taken? Even when taking from the container and spreading what was taken, it is a melacha she'en tzicha lekufa, an action that you don't need the typical end result, therefore it is only a rabbinic prohibition.
You hear? That's a big chidush. You took the A and D cream, thick. You smeared it. Is the oraita a violation or no? Thick one. And you left a layer over there. Do you want, is it the oraita violation or no? We would have said right away, of course, the oraita, the thick one. We said 3 levels, the oraita, the rabbanan, and allowed. The oraita is the thick one, rabbanan is the liquidy one, and the mutar is 100% liquid, it's like oil. Right? So if it's thick one, is the oraita. Says Ravadia, even the thick one could be not the oraita. How? So when is the oraita? When you have a case of the barrel. Do you want your barrel to have box like this? Huh? You want like this bump over here? No, you want it to be nice, smooth, huh? So over there you want smooth, nice. If on your skin is not going to be even, do you care about it or no?
Yeah.
A person put on his skin if he dab it,
Yeah, they'll be.
and it's going to be like this.
Right.
You care about that?
No?
No?
But you want it to be all over the place, so you want
No, you go all over. You take 20 times pumps, you go, boom, 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 all over the place. It's gonna have. But you're gonna have tuck, 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 tuck. After 2 minutes, the body warmth is gonna melt it anyway. It's gonna become even anyway. You don't really care about a flat layer. So says Ravadia, even if you will end up with a flat layer, do you need that flat layer? No. So if you don't need something, it's called melacha. You're doing the melacha. אבל לא צריכה לגופה. I don't need the end result to be flat. מלאכה שלא צריכה לגופה, no problem. With this, one rabbi said that if a person uses deodorant on Shabbat, this is d'oraita. Why? The deodorant is very thick, the white one especially, no? The white bar, такой. The white bar. So if you use it on Shabbat, it is d'oraita.
Not the best to use.
It's very, very thick. Yeah, it's very, very thick. And you are evening it out in your armpit. So you did a d'oraita. I told him it's not a d'oraita. Why? Does the person care is under the armpit is going to have a flat layer, is going to be bumpy layer? Does it care? What is it going for a picture, a book? What does he need that for? He doesn't. He just care for the smell not to be there. So therefore, it's not already d'oraita. At most, it will be a question of the Rabbanat, but not the d'oraita question. As far as smearing. Okay, number
How
6.
would you deal with the Derabanan?
Okay, so don't smear it, dab it. If a person has the odorant need on Shabbat, tell him dab it. Bam, 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 bam.
Which is the spray, it's better.
Or spray, yeah. So, congratulations.
I took a picture of that.
You took it?
A picture of that.
Yeah, very good. Okay, send it to me. Thank you. Компьютер Бово, что я бехал. Батарейка нужна.
Seu como acumulator.
Come with. Okay, next. Can I have the computer or you need it?
You need the computer, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can give it to Yaakov. Oh, Neria. Neria, давай, get it. Beer. Read next one, number 6.
Is one liable for dying over an
was gonna say,
existing
he
code or
allows it.
writing over existing writing?
Thank you.
Regarding dying over dye, the Talmud Yerushalmi says one is liable, while Rashi in the Babylonian Talmud, about writing over writing, says one is patur, biblically exempt but still rabbinically prohibited. Even though the letters...
Which number you read? Number 6 you're reading?
6, yeah.
Is one
Meaning if you...
biblically liable, yeah?
Yeah.
Biblically liable, okay? For dying over an existing color. Yeah, the answer was?
Therefore, it can be inferred that there's a difference between dying, where the primary concern is the color change and thus one is liable, and writing, where the primary concern is the form of the letters.
Okay. And therefore, what did we get to? I wasn't with you. I was with the computer.
Now you're the expert.
Okay, so I'll read again. Regarding dying over dye, it's already colored. I'm making more color. Yerushalmi says, Deoraita asu, biblically liable. Biblically liable. While Rashi in the Babylonian Talmud wrote, in the Babylonian Talmud about writing over writings, says one is patu, even though the letters become darker. Therefore, it can be inferred that there is a difference between dyeing, where the primary concern is the color change, and therefore, one is liable, and writing, where the primary concern is the form of the letters, therefore is patu.
It's not a melacha if you write over writing.
That's the chidush. Rashi says no, it's patu. Patu aval asur, yeah. Therefore, he is patu. Got it or no? Now, why we need to know that? Bechor, listen to this. If I have already a color, I have a yellow color on the wall. I want to make it another color. Can I say, Ricardo? Shabbat, por favor. paint the wall. Can I tell him to do that on Shabbat or no? Грязно здесь, а всему такое. I want to make it nice. Канесо рабай, брой канесо ма ямин кунам.
Shabbat?
Oh, Shabbat. Why not? I told Ricardo before Shabbat, he was busy, chairs, mirrors, all these things, he forgot. I want to tell him Shabbat, take the paintbrush and do it.
If you say
This is not white color. This is yellow color. It's already yellow. I'm making it the same color. I'm making another color on top. Точить краска, все сложу. Tell him put another layer. Doraita or no doraita?
Doraita.
Says the Talmud Yerushalmi, biblically liable. The Oraitas are biblically liable.
So how is it different than the
Question: what if I have right now letters? Letters. Napisana. I make somebody or myself write over those letters again, second time. That's the Doraita or the Rabbanan?
Rabbanan.
It says the Rabbanan. What's the difference? Why by coloring, making the color more color, there's Doraita. Are writing over the same thing? No, it's the same thing. It's the Rabbanan. What's the difference? Take that concept and plug it into the shoes. Remember, what is the topic over here? Dyeing the shoes. Can I tell somebody, listen, my shoes are dark color, black. Can you take the black color and polish it with another layer of black color? As far as smearing, it's not doraita. Why? Because the layer that stays very, very thin. Okay, doraita ni doraita the Rabbanan. What about coloring? We have another laws of Shabbat. We don't have one law on Shabbat.
The same
Smearing. We have also a coloring question.
color. The same color.
What?
The same color.
Same color? No, it's not the same. Same color, right? Putting the same color over second time. It's a doraita or the Rabbanan?
Rabbanan.
I have news for you, Bechor. Doraita.
and
So it says why? Writing, overwriting the same letters. What is that? The Rabbanan. Why color over color? That's Doraita.
Why?
It says because by the color you care about the clarity of the color. Shoes that they are not polished and shoes that they are polished, they look different or no? Yeah. What's the difference? The color is fresh. Writing, when you are writing, nomir somebody, right? You care about if it's going to be overwriting and overwriting. Well, you care about the number. You don't care about as much of the color of the writing as you care about the form of the letters, of the numbers.
Oh.
Very good. So says Avad, if so, question. I told you that if Baburia took a shoe shine, shoe shine, how do you call this? Shoe polish, it was a kraska. And she did that smearing violation, she didn't do the Oraita. The smearing violation is only the Rabbanan. Says Avad, okay, smearing violation the Rabbanan. What about the coloring? Coloring is the Oraita, but it's already black. Yeah, but if you make black on top of another black, that's another Doraita. So how did we bypass the problem right now? If a guy did it for you, can you wear the shoes on Shabbat?
No.
You have a home attendant by your house, living nanny, she sees your shoes, you came out of a snowy day, you walk back to synagogue or from synagogue somewhere, you came all dirty with the salt of the snow, all dirty with other things, she takes it, she washes it, she makes shoe polish for you, Shop завтра готовы, утром будут тебе готовы. Can you wear the shoes on Shabbat?
Yes. Сама
Yes, Bechor. She did the Sudoraita for you.
Я же ее не просил.
Back to volume 3. Spoke about there's two Isurim on Shabbat with Goy. One is telling the Goy, Amira le Goy. One is Hana'ah from the Goy, benefiting from the Goy. Even if I didn't tell him, I have this problem of benefiting from the Goy. The Goy fried eggs from me on Shabbat, I can eat?
No.
Why? I didn't tell him.
Ручной.
Not allowed to. I didn't say. I didn't violate Amira le Goy. But there's another violation called Hana'ah mima'aseh Goy, benefiting from the Goy's action. At least you violated if you're going to eat it. You're benefiting. So what to do right now with the shoes? Shulakum Tozo Meir Tzodeh is right, yeah? Meir is right. What about the shoes right now? Says Ravadia, let's see number 6. Havod.
You wanna read it?
Rabbi, number one, we said is the Rabbanah.
Smearing.
Polishing.
That's the question. Why? Why polishing is only Rabbanan?
But we just said it's the Oraita.
Coloring the Oraita. Smearing of it was the Rabbanan. What are we going to do with the coloring? According to the Yerushalmi, Tseva over Seva is still a Suda Oraita. How are we going to answer that?
Number one deals with the.
Number one deals with everything.
Okay.
And he says the Rabbanan.
Right.
The question is, how come? The Yerushalmi says color over color is the Oraita.
Right.
We have to answer that. Read number 7.
Okay. Is it forbidden for a Jew to benefit from something a non-Jew did for them in violation of a rabbinic prohibition until after Shabbat, until the time of Bichdei Sheyasu, it would take to be done has passed?
Yeah? So, yeah, let's clear the question. Read.
It is forbidden for a Jew to benefit from something a non-Jew did for them in violation of even of a rabbinic prohibition until after Shabbat, until the time of Bichdei Sheyasu, it will take to be done, has passed. Obviously, we are talking when there was no need for a mitzvah. Otherwise, it will be permitted as Maran wrote.
Yeah, de Rabbanan. Okay. So now, what do we have to say? Bechor, remember the water that a guy cooked for you on Shabbat? Samavar? The whole samavar you filled up in your house on Shabbat. You didn't tell nothing. You didn't say nothing. Can you drink from this water or no?
No.
No. Shabbat finishes at 8 o'clock. Rabbeinu Tam, Rabbeinu Tut, Sedilah, 8 o'clock finished. What time are you allowed to drink from this water?
Сколько времени возьмет его нагреть, закипятить, столько времени будешь ждать.
Very good. What is this concept called? Bichdei sheyasu. You have to wait the time that it takes to be done.
Not for a Jew.
Good? Good? Bichdei sheyasu. Yasu сделали. The time that it takes to be done. Good? Very good. Says Ravadia right now, this guy polish your shoes on Shabbat. Shabbat, you're not allowed to wear it. What about after Shabbat? Immediately?
No,
No, you wait.
No. How much it took you? 5 minutes to do it? 5 minutes, you have to wait.
Rabbeinu Tam.
After the time, yeah? Now, question is, Bechor, if you said it's only midrabanan, we have a rule. Can you tell a goy to do Isur the Rabbanan and enjoy from it on Shabbat?
Yes.
What is that called, Meir?
שבות במקום מצווה.
Very good.
הפסד במקום
Very good, Meir.
בצורך.
Very good.
במקום הפסד בגדול.
Very good. So, says Ravadia, then why we said that coloring this is the Oraita, and then after Shabbat, wait, Bichdei sheyasu. Why can't we say that that's the Rabbanan and let enjoy it on Shabbat? Let's read again number 7. It is forbidden to a Jew to benefit from something that a goy did for him, for them, in violation of rabbinic prohibition, until after Shabbat. Says Ravadia, I have another chidush for you. On Shabbat, goy did for you Isur de Rabbanan. Can you benefit from it?
Yeah. Like the AC. Example.
No, AC example is you benefiting from it on Shabbat. Enjoy Shabbat.
Ah.
What if it did for you something that you're not going to enjoy the Shabbat with it? Some Isur de Rabbanan, you're not going to enjoy Shabbat with it.
Painting the wall.
Let's say you fix your chair. Okay, you have 10 million other chairs. Can you sit on this chair on Shabbat?
Yes.
Why? He's not benefiting your Shabbat with this. You have other ways to benefit the Shabbat 100%, million%. So, Rabbi Yosef says you'll have to wait until after Shabbat. How long it took him to fix that chair? Let's say the violation of fixing will be the Rabbanan. You'll have to wait until after Shabbat. Then you're going to get it.
יהיה הלכה?
Yeah. So it says, but Maran said you're allowed to on Shabbat. Says Ravadia, Maran said only whenever the third component is playing a game. Shvut, the third one is you'll enjoy Shabbat with that, or you have a financial loss if it will not be fixed right now. But if it's just shvut, you will not have a leniency to enjoy from it on Shabbat. So now we'll have to tomorrow continue analyzing shoe polish. It's the Oraita or is it the Rabbanan? If you'll say it's the Oraita, the guy cannot do it for you. Why? Chudash b'chudash kadak Rabbi, ma'ichin guftam. Even if you didn't say nothing, you didn't tell the goy, amira legoy, but you have another hana'ah from Maaseh HaGoy, benefiting from the Goy's action. If you'll say it's the right, you have a problem. But if you'll say no, it's only the Rabbanan. Okay, for sake of enjoy the Shabbat, let's say I have right now going to synagogue with that, it will shvut the shvut, b'makom mitzvah, then I'll be allowed to enjoy from the shoe polish that was done for me, even on the Shabbat itself. This will be, Be'ezrat Hashem, discussed the next class. Baruch Adonai le'olam, Amen v'amen. Rabbi Hanan HaMelech she'omer, שנאמר אדוני חפץ למען